And here's what we know, whatever we're interested in, wherever we want to go with our lives, here's what we know, that it's going to take discipline, it's going to take commitment, it's going to take dedication, it's going to take a single focus, it's going to take drive, it's going to take faith, it's going to take guts, and it's going to take an appreciation of the fact that it's hard. It's hard living your dream. It's hard changing your life. It's hard, ladies and gentlemen, just starting over again. Just once you've been knocked out by life, once life has knocked the wind out of you, it's hard to pull yourself together and go back again. That you feel empty inside, that you feel like you don't have the strength, you don't have the energy to go back in the ring anymore. And that just getting yourself together, sometimes that period when it's like you are not yourself and you know it, and it appears like you can't do anything about it. I remember that because when it's hard, it takes its toll on you if you don't handle it right. And I remember my friends saying, Les, this is not you. I've never seen you like this before. You've always been active. You've always been involved in doing something. Life catch you by surprise. When my friends were talking to me, I could hear them, but I couldn't hear them. I couldn't process it. It seemed like I had gotten gun shy. It's like I'd gotten to a point where I was afraid to try again. That I had been wiped out by life. It takes your spirit. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It takes your spirit. All right? And I've always been a fighter, but this time life got me. And so I know that it's hard. It's hard, ladies and gentlemen, dealing with a lot of things in life. A lot of things will come up. Now, it's called this thing called life. So as you look at where you want to go, get ready. And some of us already have been there. Night before last, I got a call from a friend at 3 o'clock in the morning. She said, let me share something with you that I just discovered. I'm HIV positive. 30 years young. Life just beginning. Then yesterday, I get a call, young man been working with, committed suicide. Wait, come on. He didn't even say anything. He didn't sound like anything was wrong. I know, Les, I'm sorry to tell you. But Bruce, he hung himself. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I know that life is challenging. Yes. I know that it's hard for a lot of people now. Yes, it is. And I think that we really need to just prepare people for that in a way. That people need to be fortified. That, see, once you acknowledge that, when you get ready to do what you got to do, once you take that into account, that it's not going to be a cakewalk, that you can't stroll to your goal. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. See, if we are armed with that kind of information, I think it gives you an edge, that you know that it's going to be difficult. You know it's hard. So when you go, your preparation, your deliberateness, and you go up in there because you know it's hard is the reason that you're going to go up in there. Why? Because when we seek the low road, when we seek the easy road, when we decide to go through life evading or avoiding things because they're hard, that's when we are really literally evading our own greatness. See, you cannot discover yourself. You cannot discover the greatness that you have within you. You cannot begin to expose yourself to new parts of yourself, of talents and skills and abilities you have, going through life trying to make it by getting by easily. It won't happen like that. You can't learn good horsemanship by riding a tame horse. No. That won't take place like that. Airplane has to have resistance of the air in order to fly. So in order for us to begin to do what we need to do, we need to embrace the fact that it's hard, not avoid it. You got to fortify yourself and say, come on with it. I've got to step into it. See, Jack Davis didn't want to deal with life. He felt it was too hard to handle. So he was seeking relief. Even if it's just for a little moment, just right now, it gives me relief. And he went on to an early grave, died of cirrhosis of the liver, seeking relief, avoiding dealing with the hard challenges of life. He never discovered who he was. Man had a lot of talent, a lot of ability. My friend who took his life didn't have to. He wanted to say, oh God, what is it? Internal Revenue Service. So what? Marital problems. So what is not worth giving up your life for? It's hard, then handle it. Take a stand. Anybody. It takes courage to live, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone, all of us going to die anyhow. So what if you step the date up? So it's no big deal. Handle this stuff. So I'm saying when you know it's hard, as you look at where you want to go, here's some things that you do so that the work that you have to do does not overwhelm you. One is that, see, some of us make it hard on ourselves, harder because we don't plan. Albert Schuller used to have a saying that people don't plan to fail, but they fail to plan. So you look at your goal, where you want to go. Sure, it's possible. Yeah, absolutely. And it's necessary that you pursue it passionately. And it's on you. Yes. And you must have a plan of action. You need a blueprint. What are you going to do? What kind of resources are you going to need? What are your long-range and short-range goals? Who is it that you need to bring into your party of people to begin to look at this, to give you some assistance? What will it take on your part? What changes are going to be required? Why is this important to you? What drives you? Why do you want this? What will you do if your first plan of action doesn't work? What is your backup plan? And if that doesn't work, what will you do then? See, a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, when they go after their dream and they try something and it doesn't work, they become discouraged and they stop. Or they end up just doing the same thing over and over and over again, making the same mistake over and over and over again, and unfortunately looking for a different outcome. Somebody called that insanity. I agree. So what you want to do is look at and don't feel like you're a failure because you're going to make some mistakes, because you're going to make some. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes you're going to feel stupid and you're going to feel dumb. I can tell you that. I've been there. So you're going to make some mistakes and it's okay. You're going to run up against stuff that you won't understand. And some people are going to take advantage of you too. And that's a part of it. That's all of it. You're going to lose some relationships. That's hard. Yes, that's hard too. And you got to handle it. I'm saying to you, you get a plan of action. You work. You get your roadmap so you know where you're going, what you've got to do. Take the time to engage in some thinking. Because people don't think. You can have a great idea, but if you don't have an effective plan of action to go after your idea, you can blow it. I know many speakers who have far more talent, ability, and skills, but they don't have a business plan. They don't have a plan of action that can take them to their dream. So they get out and they flutter around in the same arena and they end up stopping, not because there's not income here to be earned, but because they have not taken the time to have a plan of action. You must have a game plan for your life. For your life. Most people don't have that. That's why the Mastermind Journal is an instrument. The Mastermind Goal Achievers Journal is a good instrument to use, to see where you are, to write your ideas down, brainstorm every day. I would get up every day writing down my ideas. When I tried something, it didn't work, I would say, I record what worked, what did not work. We got to start thinking. We don't think, ladies and gentlemen. You run up against a roadblock, just look at it as a project. What is this telling me here? You work with it long enough, it will reveal its secrets to you. Become challenged and excited about that. It's not to stop you. You got more going in you than you can ever begin to realize, the powers that you have within you. You have got to, when you have your plan of action, I suggest that if you're just starting out on some particular goal, give yourself a 3 to 5 year perspective. I'm ending my 5th year, going into my 6th year, before you even look for results. Why? See, we live in a time, ladies and gentlemen, where people want instant gratification. They want it right now. They want it quick fix. Have these real complicated programs on television, and with a few commercials here and there in 30 minutes, it's solved. Wow! We want it fast, yesterday. It's not like that. You know, they have a tree called the bamboo tree, and the Chinese bamboo tree in the Far East. And for 4 years, every day they water and fertilize the ground. And you don't see the bamboo tree. Now, the 5th year, the bamboo tree begins to show itself. It grows, it breaks through the ground. And in 5 weeks, the Chinese bamboo tree grows 90 feet. Now, the question is, did the bamboo tree grow 90 feet in 5 weeks or 5 years? 5 years, of course, you're right. But most people, ladies and gentlemen, don't realize had any day they'd stopped watering it and fertilizing it, Any day they'd stopped nurturing it, it would have died. And a lot of people become discouraged with their dreams, discouraged with their goals, discouraged with their ability to do the things that they want to do because they don't see any instant results. They don't see things happening right now. And they become impatient and walk on away from their dream. A lot of people do that. No, you've got to have patience. You got to know your time is going to come. You got to know that as you are working diligently, meticulously, people are coming by, they can't see it, it's okay. It doesn't matter that they don't see it. What matters is that you see it and you are anxiously awaiting its arrival. That you're waiting for it because you know it's there. Like Picasso, he knew when he looked at that big boulder, there's an angel in there waiting to be revealed. I'm going to get to it. And that's how you've got to look at your dream. That you're going to get to it. And everybody, see, most people don't have vision, ladies and gentlemen. Most people look at things just the way they are. They judge according to appearances. No. See, you've got to have that kind of faith and that kind of vision to know it's there. As you're working diligently every day. Things aren't working out right. It's okay. You just keep right on coming back. Keep right on. Going back to the huddle, coming back again. People looking at you and saying, hey, why don't you stop? Why don't you try something else? Used to tell me that. Why don't you try something else, Les? Come on, I mean, look how long you've been doing this. You've never done this before, man. Come on, give yourself a break. Who's going to pay you that kind of money? You think these people crazy? No, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go out. This is my calling. I got to do this. I mean, it'd be great if you support it, but if you don't, it's okay. So you got to stick to your stuff because people will convince you to give up on what you want to do. You'll convince yourself because it doesn't happen right now. So what you got to do is that during those times, you got to hang on in there and know that as you have patience, as you continue to plan your work and work your plan, plan your work and work your plan, and don't even look up. And let me tell you what happens. You'll have a major breakthrough. You want to make your goal happen? You got to work hard. You know what has the highest academic achievement in our school systems in the United States of America? Asian kids. Is it because they're genetically superior? No, they did a study. You know what they found out? They work hard. When our kids take the weekend to party, their kids take the time to go to the library. That you're going to do everything you can to make it work. Students who want to improve their grades, you work hard, you get better grades. People who have a talent or skill, you practice. You look at how you're spending your time, and you spend your time working on your stuff when the time comes for you to go up to bat. So as you decide, I'm going to look at my time, how I'm spending my time, because how you spend your time says who you are. What is the center of your life? How much time do you spend working on your dream, working on what you say you want to do? How much time do you spend doing research on it, looking at it, finding out what's happening in the marketplace, finding out what the competition is doing? Thinking about how will this be done 5 years from now, 10 years from now. See, we got to start thinking, projecting ourselves ahead. How will this be done differently? Replacing myself, using communication technology with video training. Everybody's doing it. See, we don't challenge ourselves to think. If we don't challenge ourselves to stretch, if we don't say, come on, tell me what is it I need to be doing? And just keep on till you force yourself to get a breakthrough, till you continue to be in experiences of this nature, to create a shift in your consciousness. When it happens, something happens to you. Ideas start flying around everywhere, and you got to have people around you on that level. There's some people that bring your energy level down, bring your thinking down. You want people that'll build them up and that you can really flow with. The vibrations are positive. So yes, work hard. Develop yourself. Develop your plan of action. Have a backup plan of where you want to go and what you want to do. Become flexible. Be an innovator. Be creative. Take it to another level where it's never been done before. So I'm saying when life happens to you, and it's going to happen, don't let it intimidate you. To everybody, we're going to all experience some hard knocks in life. Things that can deplete your spirit, your energy, and just take your courage. And we just have to dig deep then during those times. You got to dig deep within yourself and know that you have what is required to pull it out. And here's one other thing that I think it's important at some point, that you have to admit to yourself and face it, saying, hey, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be hard. And it's okay. See, you got to make it okay. See, if you don't make it okay, it will use you. It will wear you out. See, when you're going through a challenge, ladies and gentlemen, when life puts a good whipping on you, and if you're going through a major challenge right now, it is an opportunity for you to grow. See, the harder the challenge, the greater the growth. Let me tell you something else. The universe does not bring great challenges and does not make it hard for wimps or chumps. If you got real hard challenges, the universe has respect for you. See, you're going to be faced with a series of opposition, all kind of obstacles in your path. Yes, all kind of hurdles you're going to have to overcome. But as you do that, the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. As you do that, as you go through that, when you come through, ladies and gentlemen, when you come through that valley, when you come through that fight, there'll be a look in your eyes that everybody will know this is a different person here. Because what you become in the process, if you hang in there, what you become as a person, the kind of spiritual growth, personal growth, the kind of commitment, the kind of things that you have within you now showing and revealing themselves that you would have not have known was there had you not gone through this. Here's about life, something about life. That, see, if you don't have enough insight or courage to move on when you've outgrown a position and you don't know it and you don't move on where you're supposed to go to another level, I believe if you're worthy, life will move on you and make you go. Go pursue your greatness. See, people who are choosing their future, these are people saying, wait a minute, life doesn't have to move on me. Or these are people that life has moved on. And they said, hey, okay, if this is what I got to do, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it. That takes us to the next step. If it's hard, there's something that you're facing, some decision, you got to make something you're handling, and it's very difficult, very challenging. Here's what I'm suggesting. Face the fact it's hard and go through with it. Do what you got to do. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, it will make you cry. Sometimes it will hurt deep inside. A man said that in time of adversity, you don't have an obstacle to deal with. You have a choice to make. That's what you have to do. When it's hard, you have a choice to make. If you can't pick the people up in your life, for God's sake, don't let them take you down. Circumstances. Sometimes you know you have to move to another town. Sometimes you got to take some chances. Sometimes you got to move and don't even know where you're going. But you got to go. Where are you going? I don't know. It's hard changing directions. It's hard deciding to go back to school. You've been out of the classroom for years, sitting around with kids young enough to be your grandchildren. It's hard starting over again, learning a new career. That's hard. To invest the time, lady that I know wanted to be a lawyer for years. So she became married and she had children. All that interrupted her schedule. So a friend of hers said, look here, now that you're divorced, children will be leaving home soon. Why don't you go back to law school? Oh, no. What? Hey, 8 years from now, take 8 years, just too long. She said, I think she said, I'll be, 38 8 years from now. See, you got to look at it and say, wait a minute, I got some time left here. And I am, with what I got, I'm coming out here, and whatever I have to face, whatever challenges I got to take on, whatever opportunities I want to begin to cap on, I'm willing to do that. It's hard, so what? I got that. I know it's hard. See, a lot of people think that the fact that it's hard discourages them, and they go back, they turn around. Because that's how most people have been programmed. Do the easy stuff. No. You want stuff that's challenging. Stuff that will make you stretch. The stuff, the things, the adventures in life that will introduce yourself to yourself, a part of you that you don't know right now. Because there's more in you, and you know it, you can feel it there. That this can't not just be it. And so you want something that you can stretch out on 7 days a week, Folks will wonder why you got that smile. Look at that walk you got.